For years, Princess Leonor has represented the future of the Spanish monarchy. Calm, disciplined, and deeply aware of her responsibilities, she has grown up under the watchful eyes of an entire nation. But recently, one unexpected announcement sent shockwaves across Spain and left many royal followers emotional. What exactly happened? Why did so many Spaniards react with sadness and concern? And why are some calling this one of the most emotional moments in Princess Leonor's young life? The story begins with a princess who has spent nearly her entire life preparing for a destiny she never chose. Born in 2005, Princess Leonor was always destined for greatness. As the eldest daughter of King Felipe VI and Queen Letizia, she became heir to the Spanish throne when her father became king in 2014. From that moment onward, her life changed forever. Unlike most teenagers, Leonor's future was already written. Every speech, every appearance, every decision she made carried enormous significance. Spaniards watched her grow from a shy child into a confident young woman, and many saw in her the hope and continuity of the monarchy itself. Over the years, she earned admiration for her maturity and sense of duty. Even critics of the monarchy acknowledge that Leonor appeared serious, dedicated, and committed to serving her country. But behind the smiles and royal ceremonies, life for the future queen has never been simple. As she entered adulthood, the demands placed upon her became even greater. Military training, international responsibilities, and constant media attention left little room for the ordinary experiences most young people take for granted. Friends, privacy, freedom, and spontaneity all came second to duty. And then came the announcement that changed everything. When news emerged regarding Princess Leonor's next stage in life and the sacrifices it would require, emotions spread rapidly across Spain. For many Spaniards, it was not simply another royal update. Instead, it felt deeply personal. People who had watched Leonor grow up suddenly realized how much she had already given up and how much more would be expected from her in the years ahead. Social media filled with emotional messages. Many expressed pride, others expressed sadness. Some admitted they felt sorry for the young princess, who continues to shoulder responsibilities far beyond her age. Commentators pointed out that Leonor's path is unlike that of any ordinary young woman. Every choice she makes carries national significance. Every mistake would be magnified. Every sacrifice is expected without complaint. And yet, she has continued to fulfill her duties with remarkable discipline. That realization touched millions. For some older Spaniards, the moment brought memories of previous generations of royals and the enormous burdens they carried. Others saw echoes of King Felipe VI himself, who spent decades preparing for the throne while sacrificing many personal freedoms. But perhaps what moved people most was the recognition that Princess Leonor remains, despite everything, a young woman still discovering herself. At an age when many people are deciding careers, traveling with friends, or enjoying university life, Leonor's future has already been determined by history. She cannot simply walk away. Her destiny is inseparable from the crown. That reality led to an outpouring of sympathy throughout Spain. Television programs discussed the emotional impact of her announcement. Royal experts analyzed the immense pressure she faces. Newspapers highlighted the growing affection many citizens feel toward the future queen. Even those who are indifferent toward the monarchy acknowledge the difficult road ahead. Meanwhile, King Felipe and Queen Letizia have long tried to prepare their daughter for the responsibilities awaiting her. The king understands the weight of expectation better than anyone. Having inherited the crown himself, he knows that duty often comes with painful sacrifices. Queen Letizia, known for her protective nature, has consistently sought to ensure that Leonor enjoys as normal a life as possible despite her extraordinary position. Together, they have guided her through years of preparation. Yet no amount of preparation can completely shield someone from the emotional burden that comes with being heir to a throne. Royal insiders have frequently spoken about Leonor's strong sense of responsibility. Those close to the royal family often describe her as thoughtful, hardworking, and deeply aware of what is expected of her. Still, beneath the titles and ceremonies stands a daughter, a sister, and a young woman with dreams and feelings like anyone else. That human side is what resonated so strongly with people across Spain. Many saw not just a princess. They saw a young person making sacrifices for something larger than herself. And that realization brought tears to many eyes. Across the country, messages of support poured in. Citizens wished her strength. Others praised her dedication. Some expressed hope that she would always find happiness despite the demands placed upon her. The emotional reaction revealed something significant. Princess Leonor has become more than simply the future queen. For many Spaniards, she represents stability during uncertain times. She symbolizes continuity, tradition, and hope for the next generation. That connection explains why any major development in her life generates such powerful emotions. Because people no longer see Leonor merely as a distant royal figure. They have watched her grow up. They have celebrated her milestones. And they understand that every step forward often requires personal sacrifices that few people could truly imagine. As Spain continues to follow her journey, one thing has become increasingly clear. The affection many citizens feel toward Princess Leonor has only grown stronger. Far from weakening support, the emotional response to her announcement has reinforced the bond between the future queen and the people she may one day serve. And perhaps that is why so many were moved to tears. Not because they fear for Princess Leonor. Not because they doubt her strength. But because they recognize the extraordinary price that sometimes accompanies extraordinary responsibility. The sudden announcement reminded the nation that behind the royal titles and historic traditions stands a young woman whose life has been shaped by duty from the very beginning. And as Spain looked toward the future, millions were reminded of something profoundly human. Even those born into privilege must sometimes make sacrifices that come with heartbreak, loneliness, and immense pressure. Yet through it all, Princess Leonor continues moving forward. And that quiet determination may be the very reason why so many Spaniards, watching her journey unfold, found themselves emotional. Because in her, they do not simply see a future queen. They see a young woman carrying the hopes of